Kids do grieve differently from adults. In 1 minute they're crying, and then they're up and they're running and they're playing. Our mission is to just make it a little easier for them and to give them the tools and the skills to know what to do with all those feelings.
What inspires me in these kids is their immense courage. Just the ability to come and talk about it with somebody. So brave.
There were school mornings when we would want to sleep in. He'd just come in and start singing some random song that he made up. So annoying, but what I would give to have one more terrible morning wake-up song.
I wrote 821-182 because he was born 8/21 and then he died 2/18, and those are the same three numbers. So
about 1 in 20 kids will lose a parent by the time they graduate from high school. And that's not counting the kids who lose grandparents, friends, aunts, uncles, siblings. We served 700 kids in our program last year, and I know that there's a lot that we didn't touch.
Children, especially working with teenagers who don't deal with their grief at some point, it catches up with them. We will see attendance issues, grade issues, their social connections are lost. If their emotional needs are not met, their academic needs are never going to be fulfilled.
I lost my dad 2 years ago. It was my freshman year of high school, and just having to deal with the loss of your dad, one of the most important people in your life. I mean, it was rough.
Well, I wasn't there when he died, so I felt like it was my fault that he died. I thought it kind of helped me, just talking about him, doing something that involves him in it, like drawing pictures of him. And then here's me thinking about my dad as an angel.
I'm listening for what the child or teen is saying to measure progress. I'm watching their creative work. There's a lot that I can see through their drawings or art making.
That's when the drawing says it for us. When we draw it out on paper, that's our words.
So you feel like you can be more real with your feelings?
Yes.
Horses bring us into the present moment, and so whatever they see in humans, they actually mirror. Everything becomes a metaphor. Today we're identifying and expressing our feelings in relation to grief. So we're looking at masks. For the horses, a fly mask is generally protection from the flies.
So we use masks for protection too, because we don't want to share the feelings that we hold inside. The outside of the mask is what we show other people when we're grieving.
I want to know that when they leave that group, that they know what to do when they're sad or angry or guilty or lonely, that they have a plan or they have a way to deal with that emotion.
There's no way to describe, almost as a parent, how your life changes. Your whole family is changed. I think we just knew right away that this was something that we were going to all need help with.
I don't think there's ever a way to recover totally from a loss. It's always going to be there, and you're always going to be missing them. But there's ways to cope with it.
It makes you look at things a whole different way, and it helps you realize how precious life really is.
So many families cannot afford outside counseling. And for them to know that there's something that they can use, no cost involved, and they make it so easy.
Yes, we're going to grieve, and we're going to cry, and we're going to fall apart. But also, it's okay for us still to smile. It's okay for us to still be able to find laughter and joy and love in our lives.
I noticed a change in her. She actually was more open to talk to me about it or tell me what had happened in group that day, that it was okay for her to feel sad and to talk about your feelings.
HopeWest. It's just such a great program, and they are such amazing help. I don't know how things would have turned out if I didn't have that support.
I volunteer at the Forget Me Not groups. I did 2 camps over the summer, and then I also work at the galas and fashion shows. HopeWest has made a huge impact on my life and my family's life, and I think when you contribute to it, you're making a huge difference.